9 times out of 10, you're taking a group picture. You got your armpits on someone you don't even know, you know?
We are off and running another episode of Kash's Top 5. I haven't done one in a while, and I'm excited for this one because we kind of put it off because some of us have a tough time coming up with a list of top 5 pet peeves, which surprises me. I feel like you'd have a long laundry list of things that annoy you, but my sister Melinda joining us again. Hello.
Hello. I do have a long list of things that annoy me, and I was fully prepared for you to start by making a joke that your pet peeve is people who take too long to come up with their list of pet peeves. But I've been a little busy, and now I'm ready to discuss.
Okay. Well, before we get into it, I was neglectful the first time we did a podcast, which I guess you kind of deserved because of the Tom Hanks fiasco. You know, you're one of your top 5 Tom Hanks movies you've never seen. But anyway, you have a podcast with your friend. I call him but his name's Andrew. And it's The Cast and the Curious. You guys started off doing a podcast because you had never seen the Fast and the Furious franchise, none of the movies.
Correct.
And in doing so, you developed a little bit of an obsession with one Mark Sinclair, aka Vin Diesel. So now you're watching every Vin Diesel movie and then podcasting about it. So The Cast and the Curious is still the title of it, even though it's not all about the Fast and the Furious. Make sure to check that out. Cool.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Right. We are doing our top 5 pet peeves, and I'm really excited to be really annoyed by at least a couple of your picks. So let's go ahead and kick it off. Melinda, what's your number 5 pet peeve?
Okay, so my number 5 pet peeve, the umbrella of it all is sort of word mispronunciations.
Okay.
But I've got like a highlighted few that really get me going, if I can give you those.
Mm-hmm.
The first one is when people say mischievous, but they mean mischievous.
Okay.
Thank you. Look up the spelling, say it out loud.
It's more
not mischievous.
Fun. It's more fun to say mischievous than mischievous.
So you're outing yourself as a mischievous person.
I will never mispronounce it. I know it's mischievous, and that part of my brain won't allow me to break the rule. But it's way more fun to say mischievous than mischievous, but continue.
Okay. 2 more. 3 more. When people say else instead of else.
Ooh, yeah.
And similar to that, when they say both instead of both.
Yep.
And then the last one is very controversial. The word crayon.
So it bothers you when people say crown?
Yes, or crayon. There's a Y and an O. Why are you just ignoring it? It's crayon. That it's so obviously crayon. So that's that.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that. I feel bad for a former coworker of mine. He says both and else, and our other coworker hated it so much that she calls him on it every single time. Made for some tense arguments in the studio.
Yes.
The one I will offer up to you, I don't know if you've come across this, but when they say ideal instead of idea, I had no ideal that they were going to be there.
Yeah. There are tons of others too. Like when people say sale instead of sell, or sell instead of sale rather.
Yep.
Or milk or pillow.
Yeah, but those I will chalk up to regional accents, but the others are just wrong.
Yeah.
How do you feel about often versus often?
So, I'm not super strict on that. Same thing with either or either. However, I say neither, and I think it's so gross when people say neither.
See, I think it's gross when I hear neither.
Neither. Well, no, it's just, either, neither. I just can't do it. I hate it.
Okay, so your number 5 pet peeves is words.
Yeah. Anyone talking to me ever.
Yeah, well, so when we talked about doing this, we talked about kind of breaking it down by category because I have some real irrational hatreds, and so I can't do
Yes.
all the driving pet peeves. I can't do all of the,
Yes.
because I'll have a list of 30 to 40 or whatever. But my number 5 for you, I guess, is kind of dumb, but it pisses me off every single time when I'm watching a blooper reel of a TV show or a movie, and then halfway through it just devolves into them playing music and shots of the cast and crew dancing.
Okay.
If it's 18 minutes, I want 18 minutes of bloopers and gag reel. I don't want I'm walking on sunshine. Ooh, and it's just them dancing.
Okay. That is so specific. I do know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It doesn't piss me off to no one like you, but I get it. That is frustrating.
And it's every time. It's like, did you just not have a good season that season? You got to fill your blooper reel. You don't have to do a blooper reel. Just
That's
don't put
true.
one out.
God, I do love blooper reels though. Oh, that's so good.
This is probably a sign of mental illness, but I watched the complete Community blooper reel. It's like an hour and a half long from all the seasons. Half a dozen times before I ever even watched the show. So when I finally watched it, yeah, I never watched the show. I just watched the blooper. I was like, this looks like it might be a good show.
Yeah, that is weird. I'm sure you and I both have watched Parks and Rec bloopers many, many times because
if that could be a part-time job, I've done it that much. Yeah. I mean,
say what you will. Oh, I was gonna say what you will about Chris Pratt, but makes a good blooper reel.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
There's Chris Fat and there's Chris Pratt. And when he is Andy Dwyer, he's lovable golden retriever kind of a guy. Once he became Star-Lord and being like, that's one of the problems with social media. This isn't a pet peeve, but I don't want to know that much about the musicians I listen to or the actors or actresses I watch in a movie. Like, just I'm here for the art. Now, if you're a monster, then I can't abide by that. But I don't know about your politics. I don't know about all that other stuff. Just give me the content and I'll be good.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 4 pet peeve for you.
Number 4. Ooh, okay. So this is also something that I don't know that everyone's experienced this, but I've experienced it a couple times and it makes me want to crawl out of my skin. It's like it happens in restaurants, bars, when you're waiting for your drink at Starbucks specifically. Coworkers flirting.
Okay.
Like it's happened to me many times where it's in like, service industry place, or, it could be even like waiting at like to get your oil changed or something. Like you're at a service industry place and you're just kind of waiting and you have teens working and they're flirting with each other and it's the most uncomfortable, awkward thing. And I've experienced it many times. I hate it. I
know what you mean. When you first said that, I thought you were at a place with coworkers and they were flirting while waiting for all of your order. You're talking
I'm
about
a
the
patron.
Workers at the place.
Yes, I'm just a patron
100%.
And I have, and it's always like awkward teens and it's so uncomfortable.
And it's never requited. It's always one-sided. Like she's not interested at all.
Or it's just go get a room already, or like it's either way, it's really bad all around and it makes me so uncomfortable.
That's a good one. Yeah, that really annoys me too, especially if it's like holding things up like, hey man, give me my drink.
Yeah, it's gross. I hate it.
Okay, so flirting really annoys you?
Really, in general, but specifically teens.
My number 4 for you is very specific. And this is, I had to really whittle down my pet peeves of just things people do, but repeaters.
Ooh.
People who repeat punchlines, like, and so the monkey was on a unicycle. The monkey was on a unicycle. So, oh my God. Stop repeating.
Well, do you mean the person telling the punchline says the punchline again, or someone repeating it back to the person?
Somebody just heard it and then repeated it back the line.
Yeah, because that is the worst thing in the history of the world.
My God.
Especially like you and I have both spent a lot of time in comedy clubs. And so, that happens a lot there. And it is really infuriating.
Yeah. So people stop doing that. It's not great. Find something else. Just laugh and be
Just
quiet.
laugh. Just laugh. That's the thing. It's the easiest thing to do is just laugh.
I feel like a lot of our our pet peeves are just going to be like, hey, you're annoying. Stop doing whatever you're doing.
There's a lot of anger here. There's a lot.
Yeah. So mispronounced words. We have
Mhm.
flirtations in the workplace that you are witness to. What's your number 3 pet peeve?
Okay, so the classification of this is kind of difficult. I suppose, again, the umbrella term is going to be not putting things back where they should be, but I have specific examples that really get under my skin.
Okay.
And so one of them has happened at my current workplace, and a dearly beloved former roommate of mine. When you just open a cabinet or a drawer and then you just walk away and you don't even close it, what is going through your mind? What are you doing?
Or a dad we both share.
Oh my God, that's true.
He's
Just,
bad.
and then the second thing also happens at my current workplace, a pen without a pen cap. Especially when it's like a Bic, like something that you really need to put the cap back on the pen or it just looks naked.
Right.
It doesn't look right. And I'm just like, why are you just taking the pen cap off and just tossing it into the wind? You need to keep it there. They are paired together. It drives me insane. And then there's just ugly stick pens all over the place with no caps, and it just doesn't look right to me. So cabinets and pens. I don't know how you want to classify that.
I just thought you gave me one that I'm wondering now if it's in my top 5 or not. I might have to rearrange some stuff.
Well, I have an honorable mention I need to get to at the end, so that can be your honorable mention as well.
Okay, we'll do that then, because I've got a few.
Okay.
Okay. How do you feel? Okay, I'll ask when we come back to the one I just wrote down. Okay.
Fair enough.
So, what would you classify that as? Negligence?
Well, or
negligence of
like
cabinetry?
negligence of cabinetry and writing utensils. I don't know.
Cabinets being left open and pens being uncapped.
Sure. Everything needs a lid.
Okay, yeah, that's what that boils down to. Is put the lid back on. Okay.
Put the lid back on, yeah.
My number 3 for you has bothered me since I was a little kid. So I know it's not post-pubescence depression or whatever.
Okay.
Like, I feel like this is in my DNA to hate this. But everybody gathers around, we take a group picture, everybody smiles, they take the picture, we start to walk away, and then, hold on, let's take a funny one.
Oh my God.
Could have been number 1, but that tells you how much I hate 1 and 2. But I hate that more than anything. Although, let's take a funny face one. Oh, shut up. Are you saying it because you think you're supposed to? Like,
I think so.
I've heard other people do that. So now I have to continue this tradition of let's do a goofy picture. Oh my God.
There's nothing more uncomfortable than just like standing and waiting for a picture to be taken. No one likes to do that, especially in a group setting. And then on top of that, like it's very high school improv. It's very comedy sports. It's like, we do not need to do this. We got the picture. Let's move on with our lives. We're adults. Save
You're
it.
right.
Like, if kids want to do that, that's fine. But oh yeah,
it does have the vibe of fun dad. Like, you know, it'd be fun. It's
not
the same
fun.
type of humor of like when you're in a cafeteria or you're in a group setting and somebody walks in. Oh, I guess they just let anybody in here, huh?
It's the dad joke of photography. And also, like, anytime you're taking a group picture, because like you do that with like really good friends at weddings or whatever, but by then you're drunk, who cares? But 9 times out of 10 you're taking a group picture, you got your armpits on someone you don't even know, you know. I don't want to be clinging around that. I want to get out, get in, get out.
Yeah, no, you're right. And as a woman, you're more susceptible to having armpits being open because of blousing rather than having an actual cover like a dude would.
That's true.
Not
and hands going all kinds of places on the back, and no.
Yeah.
Not a good thing.
Okay. So we've gone from words to flirting to cabinets and pens. I have no idea what is coming. What's your number 2 pet peeve?
So number 2 is actually pretty common. I think everyone hates this. So this one is going to be accessible to people. It's slow walkers.
Oh man, yes.
And I want to be, understanding of people with different abilities. So obviously this excludes anyone who physically cannot walk faster. But if you are in public and there are lanes of traffic, I'm an ambler as well. I like to take my time. I'm not a rush and go person, but you stick to the far side. You stick to the wall. You know your place. Yep. You don't just stay in the middle and just, take your time. It's not okay. It's really not okay. It's annoying.
Yeah, that's a really good one. I should have thought of that because I am a very, very impatient person. And sometimes I try to work on it and why am I even trying? It's the worst it gets is when I'm at the grocery store, which may be why I Instacart so much now, because I know the boiling hatred I'm going to have when some old lady is just slowly making her meandering, can't get around her because she's taking up the entire aisle with her cart. I get so pissed when that happens. Slow walkers is such a great pick.
Just don't take up the whole aisle. That's all you got to do. And they always do. Yep.
So my number 2 for you is kind of related because it's a patience thing. But when you prepay at the gas pump and you're fueling your car and it gets to the last 50 cents and it slows down and it slowly trickles up to the even 20 or whatever you put in. Why are we doing this? Just let it go the same speed until it's done. Why? Okay. What do you gain from slowing it down?
Well, I'm not like a gas pump scientist. There's probably
that's not a thing. You mean NASA or something? Like that's not a job.
There's probably a reason why, but I do get that it's frustrating. Also, no matter how many times I like or how long I wait for it to be done and like jiggle the thing, I pull it out. There's always 2 drops of gas that I paid for that I'm never gonna see. And it makes me so mad.
That adds up over a lifetime.
Okay, well, next time I get gas, I'm probably gonna blow a gasket. Get it? Because now I'm gonna be thinking about this.
She said blow a gasket.
I'm also realizing why you and I might have blood pressure problems.
Yeah, it's the anger. There's a lot of frustration and anger deep below.
We are volcanoes.
Yeah. So, okay. Mispronouncing words. We've got flirtations that are unwanted while you're out in public. We've got cabinets and pens. Put the lid back on everything. Slow walkers is your number 2. We're at number 1. What's your most annoying, aggravating, number 1 pet peeve of all time?
Absolutely. The worst thing I can ever imagine myself enduring is customer service voice.
Oh, man.
I hate it. And, it's just, I just talk like a person. I don't feel any more comfortable if you're going to talk to me like this. Okay. Is that right? Okay, cool. Thank you. Please. Okay. Oh my God. It's unnatural and it's very unsettling. And men do it too. I don't want to, obviously like women's voices are more high pitched, so it's more pronounced, but men do it too. And all around, it's just so fake, so weird. Talk to me like a person.
Yeah, I think any kind of unnecessary changing of your voice is annoying. Like vocal fry is annoying.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes it's hot, but
all right. Like since we made fun of Dad, we'll make fun of our mom. Over enunciating when you don't need to. Hey, what's the last digit on that phone number? 7. Or when
8,
they give a number, like, what are you doing?
Honestly, though, I do this too, but Mom, He answers the phone. She's like, "Hello, this is Marjorie." She has like a phone voice, and it's like, whoa, where'd that come from? Phone number 317.
Yeah. Man, yeah, customer service voice is super annoying.
Yes, it's worst thing.
Okay. So my number one for you, recap, I had blooper reels that devolve into musical montages.
Sure.
Repeaters, let's take a funny face when taking a group photo, gas pump going slow at the end. I had a lot to whittle down. But
yeah, what could this be?
and this I feel like might be somewhat special to me because I'm the only single guy I've got a pretty good network of friends. They're all married. Couples who correct each other when they don't have to.
Ooh.
So we were at Kroger the other day, and we were at Meijer. It was Meijer.
Oh God.
So, oh no, you're right. It was at Meijer. So we were at Meijer on Saturday. It was Sunday. Like, I don't care. What are the odds I'm going to even enjoy this story anyway?
True. That's the point. Yeah.
But you're making it worse by giving me details that definitely don't matter.
That's so true. And also you can broaden that to just anyone who's telling a story, and they do that even to themselves. I'm like, wait, no, was it Tuesday? It's like, bitch, I wasn't there. You can lie to me.
I'm not listening to you right now. Like, yeah. I'm going to forget this.
Wow. Awesome. That's crazy.
Exactly. Or so couples who correct each other, or the ones who can't tell a story without their couple or without the partner.
Yep.
Hey, babe, was that Home Depot or Lowe's? Like, I don't care. You don't need to involve Melissa. Like, we can just tell the story, you know?
You need better friends, but also no, I feel you. I get that too. It is it is elongating an already brutal situation.
So let's hear some honorable mentions. Which ones didn't quite make the top 5?
Well, this one is my honorable mention because it's not technically a pet peeve, but it also is the worst thing in the world, and I hate it every time I see it. And it's white people with dreadlocks. It's an atrocity. It's a scourge of the earth. Should never happen. Has never looked good on a single person. And so
they also look stinky. Like, you can smell them when you see a picture of them.
And there's like a stringiness to white hair, and it's like, no, we weren't meant to do that. It doesn't look good on us. Stop. It's so really, really bad. So I don't know if that's a pet peeve, but I felt I don't know.
That counts.
Yeah.
Was that the only honorable
mention? That's it. I've saved all my energy for white dreads. What about you?
All right. Well, strap in. We got another half hour.
I was going to say, I'm sure I'm going to agree with all of yours.
I'm going to cheat here. I didn't put this one because I get it, but it really pisses me off when somebody just says the letter K in a text, or they send just the thumbs up emoji. I don't know why. I get why that's a thing now, but it still annoys me every single time I see it.
I have to be honest and tell you that I don't just send a K, but I will send just an okay. And the reason why is because we're friends. You don't have to worry about I'm not mad. There's no ulterior motives. Like, we're beyond that. Like, if it's an acquaintance, I get it. But I'm not mad at you. I'm just saying okay because I'm going about my day.
Okay, so you're right, but that's not why it annoys me. Like, I'm not annoyed by, I think that they're being shitty with me. If I tell you something and you reply K, I don't need you to confirm that you got the receipt. Like, I don't know. Does that make sense?
Okay, I understand. I guess I see in that, like, I couldn't give you an example, but that's a specific situation you're talking about. I get.
Yeah.
Something else that I don't like that I've got, it's not really a pet peeve. It doesn't bother me anymore because it's so ubiquitous, is people that don't have read receipts on, or read receipts, however you pronounce it. But it's like, I'm giving you a courtesy. So, I read it. At least I got it. There's no mystery there. I don't need you to not know if I've read something or not. I don't know why people are weird about that.
That's funny that you say that, because I was with a friend recently and she asked me, why do you have your read receipts on?
People ask me that all the time.
I was like, well, I'm supposed to say it's courtesy so that people know that I've seen their message. But really it's because if I want you to know that I saw your message and chose not to respond. That doesn't come up as often, but it's a power move.
Power move. I always just say, to quote Bernie Mac, I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. You can know what I've read and not read. That's fine.
Yeah.
Sorry if you have to bleep that. I don't know.
It's
it's
for the 12 viewers of this podcast. I'm sure it'll be all right.
Hey, we're gonna get 50.
People who don't use turn signals. I said, I have terrible road rage. I know it's a thing, but that one especially really gets me going.
I know right now in my car, my blinker turn signal is broken. And I am just everywhere I go, I'm apologizing. And I still turn the thing, even though I know it's not going, and I need to get that fixed. I should have done it today. I haven't.
You know what I did? I actually did the arm out the window to signal.
I've done that too. Yeah.
Because I'm like, I'm not going to be that guy that's not going to signal. It drives me nuts.
I know, it's the worst.
I got a couple more of those aren't as good, but the one I thought of when you were talking about cabinets and coworkers leaving stuff and pens uncapped. I don't know why it made me think of this, but it drives me nuts because there are coworkers, if there's a communal fridge, like they'll use up the last of something and then put the empty thing back. That's
exactly that behavior.
Big thing. The other thing that coworkers have done that pissed me off is if there's a pitch-in, which already I'm out. I don't like pitch-ins.
Yes.
But if you're going to do a pitch-in, don't go buy the cheapest possible off-brand crap. Like, just because it's coworkers and you're like, oh, I'm just going to throw this on the table. It's like it's the gallon of blue juice that's not Dean's, or it's the cookies that aren't, it's the off-brand cookies that taste like chalk. Just get the Oreos, man. Just get the Chips Ahoy. Just get the Dean's. Like, what are you doing?
Get the Dean's.
Yeah.
Okay, fair
save
enough.
70 cents just to not have to get the brand name stuff for your coworkers. You're an asshole.
Mm-hmm. This happened in Florida. It feels like a Florida thing.
It did not.
Okay.
I wasn't there long enough before COVID happened to even be able to have a.
That's true. Oh, if only you could experience a Florida pitch-in.
I would have made it back home. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back.
Yep.
Well, this was a lot of fun. Make sure to check out Melinda's podcast, The Cast and the Curious.
Google
everywhere.
me, bitch. Sorry.
Yeah. Come on.
I know, that's not me. That was
all out.
me.
Anything else you want to add before I end this Zoom?
Tomorrow's Van's birthday. Happy birthday, Van. That's my best friend.
So we had a good time.
TRL
All right, bye. Love you, Van.
Okay, yeah, no. That was my TRL shout out. No, nothing else. Thank you for having me. This was fun.
All right, love you.
And everyone, correct your behavior.